the channel. My name's Tina, also known as Little T. Today we are going to cook a recipe that I've made several times before, and it's out of this cookbook called the Taco Cleanse, which I've used on another recipe here. I'll link it up above. It was when I made some seitan meat to resemble taco meat. This recipe is actually what would be called Mexican migas, and we are substituting tofu for the eggs. It is a vegetarian dish with eggs. However, we're going to make it vegan by using tofu. And it would normally be a breakfast dish. We eat breakfast for dinner all the time, and I really didn't know it was for breakfast until I read a little bit about the original recipe. So let's just get these ingredients set up and we'll start making these Mexican migas. You can see the ingredients here. We have tofu, which I actually have in the sink right now draining, and we have some hot sauce that we're going to add at the end just to flavor it. We're going to serve it on these small street tacos, and here are our chips that we will crumble and use in place of what would be regular corn tortillas that we would crumble. We have a Roma tomato and a large jalapeno pepper that we will definitely take the seeds out and the white lining, the pith. The avocado will be just to go on top of it, and this jar is the cheese sauce that I made earlier this week, and we have the mozzarella cheese shreds. And way over here is our onion. We won't use that whole onion, it's just going to be about a third of a cup of onion. So we're going to get that all chopped up and put the dish together, and you can watch how quickly it comes together. It is a nice quick meal. Here is my tofu presser. You can buy the super firm or even the extra firm that won't need to be drained as much as just this plain firm tofu. It has been squished for just about a half hour. There we have the vegetables for the dish, and I actually have the avocado, which I will do a little bit later because that's going to go on top. So we're going to put these in the cast iron skillet. It's already been seasoned. I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil to saute the onions and the jalapeno pepper. Let's turn the stove onto a medium-high heat. I have some olive oil here. I'm just going to add about a tablespoon. And as it's heating up, we will add the jalapeno peppers and the onion. And we'll get that stirred in. While that's heating up, the chips need to be crumbled, so we will crumble those up, and they're going to go into this cup mix. While those are cooking, I'm going to get busy crumbling. Also, the recipe calls for nutritional yeast. That's going to lend a cheesy flavor. That's probably why the other kind of cheese is an optional ingredient. So that's a fourth a cup. We'll add that at the appropriate time. The spices the recipe calls for are salt and ground cumin and black pepper. So these are starting to go. It says to go for about 2 minutes or until the onion starts to soften. So we're going to crumble up the tofu and add it to the pan. And we're going to sprinkle our spices on. It calls for a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of ground cumin. And an eighth a teaspoon of black pepper. We're just going to estimate because we have the pepper mill. And it says to let it cook for a while without stirring, but I'm going to stir those spices in, and then I'm going to let it brown for about 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit to medium-low and let it cook for about 10 minutes, and then we'll come back. Our timer's getting ready to go off. I've stirred this once, and I have all the other ingredients right over here ready to go in. So we have our crumbled tortillas, a cup of that, a fourth a cup of nutritional yeast, a fourth a cup of unsweetened soy milk, and our chopped Roma tomato. I opted to use, let me turn this off. I'm opting to use the cheese sauce that I had already made instead of the shreds, but either is okay and either is optional. So the recipe says to add all these ingredients to the skillet. gonna stir it all together and let it cook until it's heated through, or until the tortilla chips have softened. Meanwhile, I've already sliced open my avocado and taken the pit out. So I will squeeze a little bit of lime juice on it and sprinkle it with just a little bit of salt, and we'll add those on top of our soft tacos. We've cooked them for 5 more minutes, and all the liquid has evaporated, it looks like. Cooked in, they look very nice and creamy. Tortillas look like they have softened up a bit. Looks just like scrambled eggs to me. We're going to take our soft flour street taco, they're just a very small size, and warm those up and get our Mexican migas put together, and we'll show you how they look. And there we have a plate of mighty migas. Very delicious looking. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video of putting together these delicious looking Mexican migas. Brian's busy back there putting his together, as you can see. And we plan on having a delicious dinner. If you like this video, feel free to leave a comment. You can give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to our channel so you won't ever miss a video. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.